Okay, so welcome everyone and good evening and be ready for a very power packed session. So this is my quick background and as we all are connected to some or other business, but the family is first for all of us, right? So proudly saying here, when I actually introduce myself, father of two naughty kids, husband of musician wife, entrepreneur turned recruitment evangelist, keynote speaker. Akshata has already told that in the various HR forum, guest lecturer to various IITs, IIMs and all, nursing Monji symbiosis and all, interview coach, almost like, coach 5,000 plus people, social media influencer, and that's what I'm here today, 30,000 plus followers, marathon motivator, 10 marathons completed, non-fiction author and born recruiter. थोड़ा छोटा था, थोड़ा बड़ा था, right? लेकिन why it is there? Because if you are having a passion, you can create a profession around, okay? And you need not have to wait for the things to come to you. You can create the things around. Now you can see the books also which is written, and today I'm going to give you certain things which is completely related to LinkedIn, okay? But one I suggest you is that always follow your passion. I followed my passion, and that's what today you can see that this all things becomes a testimonial, right? So this is something which I want to suggest you. And with this thing, you people have already seen me in so many. These are just a few names here. You can actually follow my LinkedIn profile, or you can go to my website, and there you can see that what all is been achieved. But IIM Kashipur, MET, and SP Jain, Narsi Moji, Sona Institute of Management. These are just a few names. Okay. First thing first is that we are going to share you that how you can take a leverage of Kudo on LinkedIn, and I will be telling you that how you can do it, how you can create your 2000 word summary. Most of the people only feel that they can write only 150 to 180 words or maximum 200 words. Okay. Today, you will come to know that how, in a very simple manner, how you can create your 2000 word summary. That's two. Then you will come to know that how the skill matrix of LinkedIn works and how you can get 5,000 followers. 5,000 followers. It's not easy. Digital marketing companies takes, bomb of the charges from you, if they have to do an skill matrix or they have to create a followers for you, right? But today you will come to know that how skill matrix works in LinkedIn, and then how you can get a 5,000 followers. 4-factor hashtag, I will be telling you that how the hashtags works in LinkedIn, what type of algorithm LinkedIn follows, and how can you decide which hashtag is good for you, how you can follow the hashtag. Focus 5 achieve high, a very unique concept where 5 question 1 answer, 5 मर्जों की एक दवा, पंचामृत, right? जो हम पंचामृत खाते हैं ना, वही पंचामृत पीते हैं इनफैक्ट. Okay, so all that panchamrit will come to you at the point number 5. Point number 6 is fix the 6 keywords to follow. What does it mean? कौन से 6 कीवर्ड आपको फॉलो करने हैं? How you will decide that these are the 6 keywords which I need to follow, and then how you can track that these are the 6 keywords which is helping me, yes or no. Right? We are going to discuss about 5-6 keyword to follow. Then we are going to discuss about 7 invitation secret. ऐसा क्या secret है कि people can start accepting your invite, and how LinkedIn can actually get this information that this person is share the invite and get a very highly acceptable. How it happens? All those things you will come to know. 8 articles in advance, because many people ask the problem that what type of content I should write on LinkedIn. That's a major problem. या तो बहुत ज्यादा ज्ञानी लोग भरे पड़े हैं, महात्मा भरे पड़े, we are yet to get some LinkedIn mahatmas, but there are many people who are keep on sharing and bombarding LinkedIn on the content side also. And now even Hindi content is also coming up on the LinkedIn. It's already started. I will be giving you my example of the talks, TALKS. It's an acronym. Talks means talent acquisition, learning and knowledge sharing, right? This is one which I created, and I got followers completely following one strategy. Today I'm going to share you that 9 influencers to follow. What type of 9 influencer you are going to follow? 10 groups every month. LinkedIn says you can only be part of 50 groups, but there is a hack which if you understand, you can be part of 100 group, and I will be sharing you that detail also. 10 groups, and then how you can segment the group so that it's not a spamming also, and it will not be like bombarding too much of a content as well. Very, very slowly, steady race marathon. Okay, 11 recommendation per month, which all, how, when, where, all recommendation things you will understand today. Then we will understand about that 12 people to tag, primary algorithm. This is the deepest secret which today I will be sharing you, for which I spent 8 lakh rupees for this secret. Okay, I'll tell you why also. And क्या लोगों के पास और कोई काम नहीं है 8 लाख रुपए देके LinkedIn से सीक्रेट समझने का, but I will be sharing you that how it happened, right? But if you will come to know this secret today, 12 people to tag and primary algorithm, believe me, tomorrow onwards you are going to be rock star on your particular niche or domain or a content or a function or a territory, and then people start recognizing you. 13, pending invitation to withdraw. When we should withdraw our invitation, when we should actually do cleanup on that, and why 13 only, all those things will come to you. Okay, so why I put it all in sequential order, so that when you are getting to know everyone, I suggest you to please take a screenshot right now, right? So that even if it is like getting miss out anything, you can actually go back and check that whether my 13 pointers is clear right now, yes or no, right? So that in case if anything missing, you can go and cross check. But the idea is that by the end of the session today, you will getting complete clarity about 13 mantras. Okay, and this is coming in my next book, which is called LinkedIn Mantra. You have already seen my 3 books, which is on interview mantra, interviewer mantra, and resume mantra. Now the 4th book, which is coming very soon, is LinkedIn Mantra, and all this content is there, where it will help you in terms of that how you can create your own content as well. 2 various content where I feel that you need to have complete clarity. Okay, I will be bullet to the things which is most common to the people, but I will be definitely touching upon so that everyone can understand. But I will be lesser than even the grasshopper or a GT, okay, on the content where you need a complete handholding. Okay, now this is my LinkedIn banner. Now looking to the LinkedIn banner, what can you observe that what type of person is this all about? Just type on the chat. Again, 2 active participant, 2 active, most active participant will get surprise. Okay, I remind you, speaker, public speaker, public speaker. Move on, guys. Okay, badge, image, numbers, leader, active on LinkedIn, public speaker. What else you can actually look for? And badge, okay, hiring badge, you are able to see that. Okay, social media expert, amazingly great, right? And speaker, amazingly great, right? So what happened? You need to actually work on your banner. And I'm not going to share you that what banner and all those things you can do it. You can Canva and all that are there. But if the banner is not there, I suggest you the first thing which you need to do is that work on the banner. And when you are working on the banner, you need to see that people, without looking to your profile, they can figure it out immediately that what type of person you are. Okay, hiring and all that is okay, but your banner actually plays a most important thing. And you have seen now the people has already mentioned that what they can resonate about my profile. Okay, the first thing first is that if you have not got a banner, I suggest you start doing that, because that's how the visibility start, right? And how you can grow from like 3,300, all those things to 30,000, 1 lakh plus people, while getting more visible on the social media. And this is just the first part which I'm sharing you. Entrepreneur, thank you. Cover banner, absolutely great, Devanshi. Yeah. So if it is not there, I suggest you just please do that, because that's an important. Second is that the content page. So again, I will be very fast here, because you can actually share some photographs, videos, event, and some write article. Again, I will be telling you what type of an article and all that you write, but you need to understand that there's something called as content page. And this is a content page which look and feel I'm giving it to you. The network page. so you can completely see that what type of hashtags you are following and how can you change it, because अभी हम क्या करेंगे जो सेशन में थोड़ा सा हम hashtags change करेंगे and I will be telling you that what type of hashtag you are going to follow and which you should follow to get a maximum visibility on that, right? So network page is very important and you need to be very clear on that and keep on checking that network page, okay? And then there is something called as group page, right? Just go and see that how many groups you are part of it. I'm not putting it right now because I know that every one of you are very mature in terms of that, but just see that how many groups you are part of it, and if that group is of no use for you, come out of that, okay? Right? I suggest you that what you need to do, you need to look for the group which can connect you with respect to your objective, and I will be telling you in a short while what type of group and how you can connect, and how you can actually go with a hack of LinkedIn 50 plus group and how you can be part of 100 groups, okay? Because that's how you grow, okay? Understand the news page. This is also very important. If you are not following that, important point for you is that just follow the news page also. The more and more you will click on news, it will come back, it will actually show you the similar type of news to you. Algorithm works in that manner and it will keep you updated without putting any effort what's happening in particular your community, in your function, in your domain, in your area, all that, right? So be ready and be ready for a news page. Service page is again, this is recently started by LinkedIn, okay? And now you can see coach and mentoring. How many people are coach and mentoring there, which is 5,84,200 provider. You never know. Probably you can get one of your client also there. We all are there for absolutely serving the society, and this is the way how you can actually do the serving the society. Accounting also, you can see there are so many accounting provider which is there 2 lakh plus. So if you are from the business, any type of the business, you can enroll yourself here in the service page and you can start creating your network from there, and probably you can start getting assignment related to your coaching, your consulting, your mentoring, anything, okay? If you are not aware about this service page, this is something which is a very important for you, and let me understand that how many of you are aware about something called Kudos. If you are aware about Kudos, type aware, or else if you are not aware about, type NA. Let me see how many of you are not aware about Kudos. Okay, Sunny is not aware about. Shrishti, Nipun, Sultan. Move on guys, move on. Vijay, okay, Pratiksha, Suhani, okay. So I suggest you, it's very simple. What you need to do is that, and this happens only on the Android or iOS, right? Mobile se hi hota hai ye. What you need to do, go to the profile and just see the ribbon there. There is something called 3 dots. Wahan par ek drop down aayega, and then you can try putting kudos to everyone. I suggest everyone, please do it right now, right away. Okay. Next to message button, you can see 3 dots. And then you can give kudos to anyone. And once you can do that, it's starting on a very sweet note that you are actually supporting somebody. Matlab LinkedIn, 80 million profile, 20 billion, all this thing not needed. एक चीज ही बता दो, 2 चीजें बता दो जो हम लोग कर सके, उतना ही बहुत है. And I believe in that, and that's what I want you to do this Kudos, because this is something which you can do and start doing it. Okay, because I will be telling you that how this actually creates a miracle. It doesn't create an impact or impression. It creates a miracle. Okay. Anyways, I'll explain that. Right. So that's on the Kudos side. Now coming to the next side, which is very important, is your summary. Please take a note of this. Don't take a photograph. You will forget. Take a note in your notepad, and once you are done with that, just type done. Right. 10%. What your summary should actually look like. We are always very confused, that whether it's a resume, biodata and all that, it's not there. What you need to do, you need to put only 10% related to your past record, 20% related to present engagement. Now you can see 30% is related to achievements and accomplishment, 40% related to volunteer activities, interest, future aspirations and all. Okay, and there is something called as a feature category. Okay, thank you so much, Devansi. I truly appreciate that. Okay, so and keep on doing this. कोई भी मिले, कहीं भी मिले, अगर आपको अच्छा लग रहा है, कुछ भी अच्छी चीजें सीखने को मिल रही है, give kudos. It will be always remember, and people will start respecting, and you will start getting it back. And that's what I said, miracle, right? And it happens like that. Just believe in me, it will happen. 10% past record, 20% present engagement, 30% achievement and accomplishment, 40% the maximum. Because LinkedIn ना, जो लोग प्रोफाइल लिखते हैं उनको क्या लगता है कि 100-150 वर्ड 200 वर्ड्स लिख दिया बस बहुत है. ओके, बट दिस इज एन एंट्री गेट, एंड यहां पर लोगों को समझ में आना चाहिए कि व्हाई दे कैन बी डन. Right now, I'll tell you that there is something called as a feature category, and this feature category is like this. Now you can see that my photo is actually appeared on some Canva post or somewhere and all. So what I have done is that I actually created the post and I put it as featured here. Right now, this featured means what? That before anyone going to my profile, they can see that where I got feature, and LinkedIn actually promotes this very well. Whether you are having an audio, whether you are having a visual, whether you are having some kind of celebration, event, engagement and all, the first what you can do is that put it in the featured. Okay, and it is as simple as that. Let me just do it for you. Let me just try doing it for you. Let me create a post. Okay, and this is okay. So let me just, this is now featured for me. Okay, now what will happen if anyone is coming forward? They will see that I'm doing some session in LikeMinds today, right? So even if they are not joining, they can join and they can actually look forward that what's this LikeMinds all about. Okay, and that's how you can actually do the featured part of it. And this is, I suggest everyone 30, just type 30, just write 30, don't type 30, just write 30, that you can actually put 30 posts here. All of you are coach, entrepreneur, okay, and even consult, and the people who belongs to the service industry, right? You can actually create a complete persona of 30, right? Please start using it if you have not done it. If you are aware about that, most welcome. You can actually keep on doing it. But my main concern is more related to on the part of some, right? ये कोई नहीं बताता है. किसी भी YouTube में देख लो, किसी भी Google में देख लो, आपको ये चीजें नहीं समझ में आएंगी कि how you can do it, right? But I suggest you कि इसको एक इसी तरीके से percentage दे दो, and then it will be always very helpful for you. Okay. The third thing is related to skills side. What happened? We only put 3, 4, 5 skills on the LinkedIn, but LinkedIn offers you the support of 50 plus 50. Okay, and one skill can be endorsed by 100%. Say today, if I am writing that I actually have got a skill related to procurement. Okay, procurement is one skill, but 100 people, 99 plus people, 100 people can actually endorse you for that skill on LinkedIn, right? So 50 into 100 comes to 5,000. Okay, now what happened? The moment when you start hitting your skills there, when you start writing the skills there, LinkedIn algorithm start matching the same with your connection. And then you must have noticed that LinkedIn notification comes to you that, hey, can you endorse Vivek for this particular skills, because you have also written this and this is also written here. Okay, you have also written procurement and this person has also written procurement, and you are in the first degree connection. Can you just endorse this person, right? And you keep on endorsing. The moment you keep on endorsing, it will come back to the LinkedIn algorithm, and then LinkedIn start pushing again. Okay, and that's how creating 5,000 followers is very, very, very easy. Okay, what you need to do, start writing everything, write all 50 skills on the LinkedIn and start endorsing the people. The moment when you start endorsing the people, LinkedIn will start pushing those people back, saying that, hey, this guy has endorsed you. Now, would you like to endorse this guy? And if you are from procurement department and this guy is also from procurement department, there is no way you can actually deny that. Right. So now coming to the hashtag side. Hashtag is like, the 4-factor hashtag. Now we are always very confused that what type of hashtag I should follow. I suggest you to follow this particular one template. Okay, take a photograph first right now and then see that which hashtag you can follow. First, related to network, LinkedIn, Lion, BNI, Rotary, Lion, whatever you want to write, you can write. This Lion is not your Lions Club. This Lion is LinkedIn Open Networker. Okay, so whenever you are writing, just take one hashtag from each one of the category. One is your network category. Which is network category? LinkedIn, BNI, whatever. Okay, second is that unique, something which you think that people can start following you. This can be office truth, which I have given example of Mr. S. V. Nathan. There is one guy called Prabir Jha. He write Prabir Insight. I write Vigyan, Vivek. Gyan is Vigyan. Okay, that way. So you can actually start one thing called unique. And if it's unique, people will start following that. Your subject domain. You are part of finance, you are part of accounts, you are part of, artificial learning, machine learning, anything, right? Take one subject domain and start using that hashtags also. Community. You all are community managers, right? And community builders. You need to follow one hashtag to the community. Okay, and I suggest you that LikeMind itself is one of the great hashtag which is actually there. Communityhood is a hashtag. Start following that. It will start giving you the algorithm and people will start getting connected. It's very, very easy to you, right? And now when I say this is something which we call it as a Panchamrit. Okay, 5 question ka ek hi answer hai, right? And now let me see that how many of you want to understand why you are on LinkedIn. First thing, जो अभी आपने बोला ना, when you started the discussion, you mentioned very well. What you want people should know about you. That's 2. Third one, why should people follow you? 3, what value addition you can offer to the group? 4. Fifth is that what one keyword you want to put on your headline. Okay, and all this 5 question is having only one answer. Right? So this is something which we called it as a headline. And you need to see how you can create a headline, and headline is just 120 words. If you have not done that, today just create your headline and then see that how this headline can help you. Yeah, thanks Vijay. Yeah. So this creation, which include, just today go and check your headline and see that, whether this all 5 questions are getting answered there or not. If it is not, then just change that. Either you need to include the keyword, I will be just touching it upon in just a short while. Okay, value addition, is it answering that? If yes, continue. If not, do modification. And that's how we actually evolve throughout the process. Now, what type of keyword I need to follow? 2 keywords, only 6 keywords I suggest everyone to start with, right? Because nobody of you, except few people, have got more than 10,000 plus connections as of now. So I suggest you that start with a 6 keyword. Once they are completely exhausted and people start resonating that, right? Then you can start with the other keywords also, right? Related to your function. 2 keywords related to your function, whether it is sales, HR, recruitment, anything, right? 2 keywords, 4 hashtag, 2 keyword. And that's how what happening. You are actually building your digital asset today. You have already done Kudos. You have already created headline. You have already got to know about the skills, right? And we are just halfway of our session just now. It's only 6 points. Okay. Second is related to function, then related to your industry. If it's a banking, if it's an FMCG, if it's a knowledge industry, if it's an education, if it's retail, just see that what are the top 2 keywords you can use for your industry. Keywords, I'm talking about keywords. And then related to trends in your industry, because everyone looks forward that what's in it for me in future. भविष्य में क्या होने वाला है? Okay? तो भविष्य के लिए क्या करोगे आप कि you can actually look for something which is trending. And what is trending? Artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, robotics, all those things. Just see that how you can connect past, which is your experience, present, which is your understanding, to the future, which is anticipation. and that's how people will start following you. Okay, and that's how I suggest you that your function. When people said that, like, that this is my niche, Rohan has mentioned that. Okay, yes, absolutely right. So you have to pick up two keywords related to your function, two keywords related to your industry, and two keywords related to your trends, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and all. Now coming to 7 invitation secret. Many people of you have mentioned that you are having connections which is less than 100 or even like less than 1000, right? I can see 500 plus 563, 400 and all. Now how I can grow that? How I can grow the connection? These are the acronym which is most common, but I suggest you to engage today itself, right? Go one by one. Just see any of your family member is on LinkedIn and is not connected to you. Do that today itself. If any relative is there, right? We generally think what? In LinkedIn, we will be only connecting to the people whom either we are working for or either we are working with or we have worked, right? So this is something which is absolutely hidden, but these are the people who will give you the mileage. And when I talk about algorithm in few minutes, I will tell you that how the mileage happens in LinkedIn. How this first 100 connection helps you a major booster, right? I will be helping you that. But before that, friends, family, relative, institutional, employment, let me explain you also. Institutional are the people who has actually studied with you, either in your graduation or in your post-graduation, whether you're a backbencher or whether you are a high flyer, right? Does not matter, but this is the time when you can actually say hi to them. They will be more than happy to connect with you, right? Just put a hand on your heart and say that anyone can say no to your LinkedIn connection, LinkedIn invite. Anyone who has actually studied with you. Absolutely not, right? Because you cannot say no to anyone who has, studied with you, even if you are not having any kind of conspiracies kind of thing, right? Or a controversy is there, but nobody can actually deny that. And this is how LinkedIn gets an information that you are not a spammer. You're not a wastage of the time. You are a value addition. And it actually keeps on giving you more and more information and the material so that you can push yourself. Employment, whom you worked for, whom you worked along, right? Past, present, future तो नहीं हो पाएगा, लेकिन past और present में जितने भी employment में हैं, there is no harm. Just see that even if you have worked for 4 companies, just see that whether you have actually exhausted all the invitation of the 4 companies. Neighborhood, right? People knows me very well. ये बहुत बड़ा ज्ञानी है, कभी बुक लिख देता है, कभी ये कर देता है, कभी वो कर देता है. Okay, but आखिर वो भी तो LinkedIn पे है, तो there is no harm. ज्ञानी होने के सही, लेकिन like at least if I will send an invitation, do you think that he will say no? He will not say no, right? That's how all these people, dreamer, WhatsApp university is actually fill up of these dreamers, right? Good morning, good evening, good night, इतने messages आते रहते हैं. Okay, and they keep on connecting you and all. There is no harm. You can connect with them because that's how you are building your community. A stranger, कभी कोई मिला, किसी ने कोई ज्ञान दिया, but you find that is really, really good. Like today I am for you, right? Connect and follow. There is 2 things. Okay, my connections are already exhausted, so I suggest you follow. You will keep on getting the information. There is no second thought about that, right? So friends is something which I want you to just pay attention, if you have not done that, and it will help you in terms of the mileage. Now I'm coming to the content side. Now content side means what? How you can create an 8 article in advance. Okay, only 2 article per week. This is one best practice which I do. What I do is that I create a content only once. Once means once a day or once a week, once a week. एक ही दिन में मैं सारे कंटेंट बनाता हूँ, and then I keep on releasing it slowly, because you know what, actually every day we are busy and there is some or other way life takes over, so we never know that content how we can do the planning. And this content, what I suggest is that whenever you are creating a content, just create one content related to 5 topics which I just told you here is Okay, scheduling better or manual post, I suggest avoid any kind of third party applications for LinkedIn. Their algorithms and their APIs are very, very strong. Okay, and the moment they will come to know that there is something fishy which is happening, they will immediately block you. I know a guy called Talal Al Murad. Okay, he has got almost 30 lakh followers. Okay, but his account has been blocked. Why? Because again the same thing, Oleg also, there are many things. So I suggest you avoid any third party, let it be an organic way, and don't do any scheduling, if it is off the track. I suggest you that is one of the very reason, and let it be, because what happened when you do scheduling, you cannot do too much of an editing. It's gone. Okay, and you never know what's happening also. So that is the reason I suggest you that, and it will not take too much time. आप उसमें, और one more thing I tell you, जब भी आप उसको दोबारा रिवाइज करोगे ना, you will always see that there is some other way you can do the value addition related to the current context. Okay, so that is the reason I suggest you that, be as fresh as possible in terms of the content, because that's how these block big influencers. Yes, absolutely, they block. Why they block? Because they are not looking for any kind of automated platform. They themselves are an automated platform. Okay, and I will be telling you that, how they work when I say algorithm wise. Yeah, fresh content 2 times a week, absolutely great. Yeah, just start with 2 times a week. Okay, but every week. Consistency plays the most important role, right? Because that's how their algorithm actually keeps on giving the notification to the people, right? These are the 5 checklists which I suggest you, or these are the suggestion where you can create a content, something related to trends. You can take a usage of BuzzSumo and all that. Only just to understand that what is trending right now. Google Trends is also one of the tool where you can have a use of it. Subject related. People should know about my niche, people should know about my community, people should know about myself related to your subject, and ask. I will be telling you that. Community related, interest related. Now you can see so many things are coming for community. And you observe one thing, मेरा हर दूसरा तीसरा स्लाइड में कहीं ना कहीं community आ रहा है. Why it is coming here? It's not because it's like-minded community or a neighborhood, because LinkedIn has got so many things to do which a community manager can do very, very easy. Okay, and this is one of the platform, and I suggest after this session, please start using it up to the maximum level. Okay, and yes, fresh content, absolutely great. Question answer at the end of the session. 9 influencers, right? Pura bhara pada hai. 760 crores people all across globe, right? Now, whom should follow, whom should not follow? I suggest you start with this 9 influencers, sorry. First are the 3 thought leaders who are thought leader in your industry. If you are a parenting coach, see that who are the top 3 parenting coach in the world, and start following it. Not to copy paste, but to understand that where is this going forward. 3 subject matter expert. You need to promote you yourself is a subject matter. Then only people will start actually endorsing your subject knowledge. So for that, you need to see that which are the, okay, yeah, absolutely, it's connecting with Pratiksha, right? Subject matter expert. Okay, that any 3 subject matter expert. ऐसे तो हम सभी बहुत बड़े ज्ञानी हैं. We all are ज्ञानी, right? अहम ब्रह्मास्मि. मैं ही ब्रह्मा हूँ, मैं ही विष्णु हूँ, मैं ही महेश हूँ, सब कुछ मैं हूँ. सर्वदेवो भव, राइट? लेकिन हर एक को कहीं ना कहीं से ज्ञान प्राप्त होते रहना चाहिए. और उस ज्ञान को प्राप्त होने के लिए क्या है कि वहां पे जो ज्ञानी है, उन लोगों को स्टार्ट फॉलोइंग दैट. एंड दैट्स व्हाट आई सजेस्ट यू. पिक अप एनी 3, स्टार्टिंग विद 3, बिकॉज वर्जन 1 इज बेटर देन वर्जन नन. तो अगर अभी तक आप नहीं कर रहे हो तो स्टार्ट डूइंग इट. ग्लोबल पर्सनैलिटीज टू गेट अ ट्रेंड टॉपिक नोटिफिकेशन लाइक मिशेल ओबामा, like Bill Gates, anyone, Elon Musk, right? Just see whomsoever you can follow, because you can understand that how this is trending. Okay, these 9 influencers to follow. Just take a note in your notepad that 9 influencers I need to follow today. Tomorrow never comes, right? And today never dies. So that is the reason I suggest you that please follow the influencers today itself. And this is one of the value which I suggest you, that how you can actually do on the group side. Okay, 10 groups every month. अब वो कौन से ग्रुप होते हैं, कैसे हमको ग्रुप का सिलेक्शन करना है, which group can really help me, and it should not happen follow Gyani to become poor Gyani. Absolutely Devanshi, yeah, right. जब तक ज्ञान प्राप्त नहीं होगा तब तक ज्ञानी बनेंगे कैसे? तो इसीलिए ज्ञान तो मतलब सर्वव्यापी है, and we just need to pick up that. Coming to the group side, 10 groups, you need to actually look forward how you can get connection. Take networking group, 3 groups per month, which are open networking group, which I told you, Lion, LinkedIn Open Networker, and just see that which are the open groups which is there. वहां पे खाली आपका presence ही काफी है. कहते हैं ना कि अतिथि देवो भव, वहां पर आप अतिथि होकर के ही बहुत कुछ हो. You need not have to do anything there. Okay, because everyone is there for the networking, everyone is there for the community building, everyone is there for the connections only. So be the part of any 3 networking group. Take a photograph, because this is important for you, and I don't want you to miss out this thing. Open networking group, 3 groups per month. Groups related to your function. What's happening in community, what's happening in AI, what's happening in deep learning, what's happening in IoT. Okay, and these are the close connections. Okay, so they are the people who are having stuff in them. They are the subject matter experts, right? They will not allow you if you are not from that particular community, or if you are not from that particular function or a subject. But if they allow you, it's an advantage for you, and you will start getting so much of a value addition being in that community, because there is no nonsense people there. Okay, I suggest you be part of any 3 such groups. Group related to your geography, Delhi, Assam, Kolkata. LinkedIn Local is one of the great platform, and when I was in Mumbai, I used to take so many sessions for LinkedIn Local. I was part of LinkedIn Local Thane and Belapur, CBD Belapur. Yeah, so I keep on taking sessions there. So what happened? When you are a part of that community, you come to know what's happening in my vicinity. मतलब बाहर का ज्ञान तो छोड़ दो, वो कहते हैं ना कि मतलब बेटा बगल में और ढिंडोरा पूरे शहर में. ढिंडोरा is not related to Bhuvan Bam, by the way. Okay, so no endorsement there, but yeah. So like बेटा बगल में, तो आपके बगल में बाजू में कुछ हो रहा है, वो कैसे पता लगेगा? If you are a part of that community, then only. And LinkedIn is having the complete potential to connect you to the local geography, and there is no harm. You can do that. Group related to future technology. Starting में क्या होगा, बड़ा धुंधला लगेगा. It will be very fuzzy, because all our people are Gyanis and R&Ds and all those things. But what will happen? You are actually moving on from your orbit. Dhirubhai Ambani has written a book called this is an autobiography. But what he has mentioned is that you keep on moving from one orbit to another orbit to the 3rd orbit, right? And that's how your connection actually get completely changed, right? And that's how your environment get changed, and that's how your development, your mindset get changed. My TEDx talk is on mindset, so somewhere वो कहीं ना कहीं से आ ही जाता है. So I suggest you look forward on this particular group. And let's see that how you can connect and how you can take an advantage of this. Okay. And if you can actually go for some 2-3 books, I suggest. I'm a very good book reader. I proudly say that. Okay. The first book which I suggest is Tools of Titan. It's amazingly great book. Then second book is Hooked by Nir Eyal. He's a Stanford guy. He has written such an amazing book, Hooked by Nir Eyal. If you can pick up that's amazingly, great book, which can help you in terms of creating the complete part. Atomic Habit, James Clear is any which way is very, very popular. And then there is one more book which is called The Power of Habits. How you can do time management. There is a book called Eat That Frog. 70-page book by Brian Tracy. But this is the first book which I read, and that completely time management has got changed, right? And don't compare that time management to the workshop managed time here, because we are actually exceeding the time. But the important point is the content side of it. 10 groups to follow every month. And how you can actually get into more read power of habits? Yes, absolutely great, Misha. And I think you can connect it. LinkedIn local is happening, Devanshi. Only this is happening virtual. It is not happening like that way. Probably if you want to connect or introduce me to some LinkedIn local group, I will be more than happy. You can just put a message. Okay, Hooked by Neeriyal, absolutely good. Yeah, that's amazingly great book. So this is on the group side. Now we are coming to recommendation. Okay, आप जितना रेकमेंड दूसरों को करोगे उतने लोग आपको रेकमेंड करेंगे. कहते हैं ना कि जैसे को तैसा. तो आप अगर 3 लाइन का रेकमेंडेशन भेजोगे तो अगला भी 3 लाइन का रेकमेंडेशन भेजेगा. आप अगर 7 लाइन का रेकमेंडेशन भेजोगे तो अगला भी 7 लाइन का भेजेगा. तो बट if you are not using it, start using it today, because this actually shows your activity on LinkedIn. And just follow my content calendar which I created. इतना सब कुछ करना है, टाइम ही नहीं है. Okay, तो कब करेंगे? So that is all related to content calendar, and this will help you in terms of getting up to that level. Colleague, always take some 4 or 5 colleague or students if you are having coach or a community or an educator, that way start recommending them. They will be always with you. LinkedIn का recommendation कभी भी delete नहीं होता जब तक कि आप खुद delete नहीं करो. Okay, तो अगर आपका किसी क्लाइंट ने टेस्टिमोनियल दे दिया तो दैट विल बी ऑलवेज फॉर एवर. अगर आपने किसी को टेस्टिमोनियल दे दिया, रिकमेंडेशन दे दिया, दैट विल बी ऑलवेज फॉर एवर. ओके, हाउ यू कैन सेगमेंट इट? यू कैन सी colleague, you can see who is the client, any contract vendor. Okay, and the best part is that you need not have to push for the reverse. LinkedIn will do it for you. This will keep on hammering. अरे उसने तुमको रेकमेंड किया, क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो, क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो, क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो. ओके, एंड देन आप हाथ जोड़ लोगे, कर दिया बाबा, बंद कर नोटिफिकेशन, and the same thing happens, right? So I told you that there are certain activity which you do, and in reciprocation LinkedIn helps you to do that. Okay, 12 people to tag, primary algorithm. Now I will tell you that how I understood that algorithm and all. See, I was a part of HR. I was a head of HR in Jindal Group and in GMR also, Delhi, so LinkedIn actually gives their paid platform. Okay, and I was a very avid in terms of creating persona, influence and all those things. So I asked them the first question, ki why I need to pay you 8 lakh rupees. I was giving you the complete inputs on that, that I paid. I never paid. I mean, it's my company which paid. But I asked them 800 questions before paying 8 lakh rupees, and we always do that. Okay, then I asked the question that what is so unique in LinkedIn that Naukri is not having, or Times is not having, or Monster is not having? Why should I pay you that? When I pay you, my company pay that. Then LinkedIn people started giving one by one, all the top secrets. And that was absolutely a wow moment for me when I understood, oh, this is the way how LinkedIn works. So I'm telling you that all things right now, right away. Okay, which I understood. And why this is not available on Google or a YouTube? It's not at all available. You go and search, and then you will not get these things all in a very symmetric manner. एक दो चीजें रहेंगी, लेकिन ये पूरा summation कहीं पे भी नहीं है. Now what happened? They told that LinkedIn, any content actually go to 3-4 level of filtration. Okay, first filtration what they do, and it's all through robotic. It's all automated. Okay, so first filtration what they do is that they actually check the keyword, they actually check the words that there shouldn't be any spamming, there shouldn't be any derogatory comments and parliamentary languages and all. Okay, that is gone. Then second thing is called as hyperlinks. Okay, now LinkedIn sees that LinkedIn is one platform who does not want that you should take my people away from my platform. Like Nipun don't want the people should come to communityhood and take the profile people from communityhood, right? Same thing happens to LinkedIn and any social media for that matter, So what happened? LinkedIn actually observe you that how many hyperlinks you are putting in your content. Okay, and then if you are actually putting the content, your hyperlink on the first post itself, this get immediately cut. Everyone please type cut, CUT cut. Okay, today onwards, I don't want you to put any hyperlink on the first post, any post. You can put in the comment and you can mention that, like, go to the first comment and you can see that link there. But don't put a link on the first post, okay, or the major content, because that's how they are. Okay, so many people are cutting today itself, right? Mukesh Sharma cut, Nipun cut, right? Don't put any hyperlink. They will not promote you. Okay, why? Because what happens, say for example, I'm a YouTuber, right? I'm not, by the way, but if I am, so what I do is that I think that I can drag the people from LinkedIn, even if there are 3,000 follower or 3,000 connection. What I will do is that the moment I launch any YouTube video, I can put a link there that, hey, go and watch, right? Now what happened, once you are in a link, YouTube platform, you will not come back to LinkedIn, are you? You will not, right? Because you will completely get drowned in the ocean of a YouTube. एक के बाद दूसरा, दूसरे के बाद तीसरा, तीसरे के बाद चौथा. No, it not happens, Pratiksha, I'm coming there. Twitter, it's absolutely reverse. Twitter like hyperlinks. Okay, and I'll tell you why also. Yes, Rahul has mentioned, so I can put links on the comment, right? That does not get tracked. No, Rahul. Yes, absolutely, Rahul. In comment, it's absolutely fine. Can you link in article? What is that? Can you link in article? Devanshi? Didn't understand that, sorry. Can we put link in the article? No, that's what I'm suggesting. That, like, don't put a link, because the more and more you put a link, it actually get completely jacked by these bots. And these bots actually putting it lesser to you. And then the other content actually replace it. First thing. Now, third thing is related to that. What they do, first activity, they actually remove all your basic content, like, basic, what I can say, the checklist and all. Second, they actually cut your hyperlinks. Third is that they only share to first 100 people of your first connection. Okay, they show the content only to the first 100 people, 10%. In fact, it's 10%, right? If you are having 3,000 connection, they will just show you to 300 people. If you are having 100 connection, they will, कुछ लोग बोलेंगे ना कि यार मेरा तो 100 connection ही नहीं है, फिर वो 100 connection को कैसे दिखाएंगे? So it's a 10%. Okay, so it actually goes in a percentage order. I'm actually spending some time very slow here, because this is something which I want every one of you to understand, because this may be one thing which can be a game changer for you. Okay, as I mentioned that I will be grasshopper here, and this is the one of the slide where I will be grasshopper. Okay, I will be like an ant, very slow, so that all of you can understand. Now, hyperlinks is gone. Now they showed your content to 100 people. Okay. If 100 people, yes, absolutely, Rahul, I'm going there. If 100 people who are your first connection, they start liking, commenting, sharing, right? Your numbers are getting increased there. There's an engagement score. Okay. And then that's how LinkedIn get to know that this content is something which people are liking. So instead of 100 people, why cannot I increase 100 people further? Okay. And now what is happening? You are actually moving from one circle to the another circle, from one degree to the another degree, right? But I will be telling you the secret, like, that how it actually goes viral. Now 100 done. If 100 people like, then this means that then it goes to the another more version, more connection of yours. Again, it goes to the next 100, 200 people. Okay, then it goes to, even if 200 people start liking, commenting, and getting viral that way. Also, do tell about hashtag and whether it works here to increase engagement. Absolutely, yes, absolutely right. So hashtag, keyword, okay, community, all those things, all the groups, these are the people who actually pick up by LinkedIn and who keep on showing your content there, right? Now 200 people like the content. LinkedIn got one more satisfaction. चलो ये भी अच्छा है, पहले वाला भी अच्छा था, अब ये भी अच्छा है, और आगे लोगों को दिखा सकते हैं. Now what happened? They actually further put more to the 100 further, again in percentage. Now after 3 such first degree connections and getting the complete engagement score, they move on to the first degree connection of the people who like, comment and share. Okay, for example, I put a comment today. I put a post today related to machine learning. Okay. And Akshita liked that content very well. What she did is that she started putting a comment there. I know she will not, but just for example's sake. Okay, so now LinkedIn has got this information that Akshita likes something called as machine learning. Okay, and Akshita's 100 connection will be definitely knowing about machine learning. Right? So let me show these connections to Akshita's 100 connection also, which has got no connection with me. They are my third degree connection. But since my first degree connection is liking this, that is why this is going to the second degree also and then to the third degree also. Now any connection of Akshita, say for example Vishesh, Vishesh like somebody, Vishesh have seen that where is this content coming from. Now since the root is Akshita, but Vishesh will see that it is coming from Vivek. And then what happened? He will come and he will try to connect with me and he will try to go to other contents also. And that's how my follower base getting increased. Okay. Now, how you can create a hack of it? What I can say that the systematic process of it, right? How you can create a systematic process is that whenever you are actually sharing any content, just tag first post to only 3 people or 5 people who are very well known to you and let them start putting comment and all. Okay. Then second post, put it to 6 people, right? Out of 6 people, what happened? 5 people will like, comment and share. So automatically your engagement score is getting high. Third post is related to 12 people. Now you are actually getting to know that who likes your post, comment and who posts and who shares your LinkedIn content. Okay. Now the next time onward, fourth post onward, start putting the content or a post to those people only who are liking your comment, because the more and more they like, it's like, that first 1 hour is an engagement hour for any content. Okay. 1 घंटे के अंदर में जितना आप engagement करोगे उतना वो 10 times engagement LinkedIn करता है. So that is the reason I suggest you that follow this tagging way. Tag only 3 people, don't tag. And if important point, if, right, just wake up. Okay, if people are not liking it, not commenting it, not sharing it, stop tagging them. Stop tagging them after 3 posts, because then it's a message. Then LinkedIn is getting information that though this person is poking to somebody to see, but still this person is not seeing. So there is something fishy which is there. या तो कोई इसका पिछड़ा हुआ भाई है कुंभ के मेले में जो कि नहीं पहचान पा रहा है इसको, या फिर कुछ और रीजन है. तो let me start putting the things here only. Okay, so that's how 12 people to tag, and the last part is related to 13 pending invitation. How you can actually remove the invitation. 13 is a lucky number for many people. Okay, but I suggest you that whenever you feel that is there, if they are not accepting your request, right, we keep on sharing the request. जैसे ही वो number 13 पे आए, stop that. Okay, don't share any invitation. Your invitation box should have only 13 pending requests, because what's happening, even if you are putting it too much of a request and people are not accepting it, LinkedIn algorithm is actually capturing that, and they understand that you are spamming. And if you are spamming, your invitation also will get in a spammer that way. Okay, and what you need to do is that instead of that, you can start following the people. Following, there is no limitation, and always put that one say objective to you, which I have just read it for myself. Follow 13 people per login. I log in today, just put 10 minutes and start following 13 people. Right? And that's how your follower base getting completely increased. Thank you, Akshita. Thank you, Nipun. Thanks, everyone. And really pleasure connecting all of you. God bless, and let's connect again. Thank you.